Let's fight to our right. Let's take this song together. Solidarity. Everybody. One more time. Let's go. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Hello, everybody of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And I'm a country brother Frederick Omoyoma Dorega. They bring on this program again, what they call solely. We take some kind of holiday for some kind of time now, but we don't come back. This now this program will be say our organization, what they call the Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria, GCSDN. They bring common away every Saturday, 5 p.m. Nigerian time. Now, today, we know wetin dey happen for Nigeria, not be story again. And everybody they vex. Some day when say they happy on their own. But the fact they say Nigeria, our country, they shake. They shake. Many things they happen when they be say it's not supposed to happen for a country when God bless like Nigeria. As we do normally before, you guys can people be say go join me for this studio today. When we say we go talk so kind of things we happen for the country, and the topic of our discussion today now May 29th. Which way Nigeria? Which way Nigeria? Which way would they go? Which direction would they face now? How the country be now? It good as it is so. 29th May. Which way Nigeria? So people there say they go join me for the studio today, so we generally talk how the country they go and wetin we need to do as a people, because the things wey happen for Nigeria now opposite of wetin they happen for normal society. So wetin we go do so that make numbers now so complain we dey complain for our country Nigeria. Wetin we need to do as a people, because this election when it just comes, so it just a joke. It just a joke election that we get for Nigeria. 9 children vote they count, but adults vote that they cancel them, that they rig them, or they go snatch ballot papers for where adults for the votes. But for where children they vote, underage children, especially for northern Nigeria, their votes they count. Now we can't say for Nigerian election, INEC, when they be say now they organize the election, their promise not a count. They feel promise one thing on election day, they go do another thing. They go feel tell you say Beavers machine go work, but not lie. So the man went there for chairman position for INEC, even go London, go Chatham House, go talk, say the election 100%. Beavers go work, IRF day, you just talk full ground. We don't write letter to Chatham House, make them invite Mahmoud Yakubu, chairman of INEC. Make he can't talk again. Say those things when he talk that time like promise for Chatham House, say he fulfill all those promises. Make use that same mouth to talk, because it's not good say Chatham House go just invite some people, they go just talk big talk for ground. They can't go back, go do opposite, but then they come back, can't report. So we want to make sure that they come back, they can't report. We don't write to Chatham House, make they invite Mahmoud Yakubu, national chairman of INEC of Nigeria, make her talk whether waiting the first talk that first time, now in do during the election. Now, no matter how Nigeria be rich, no matter how things be, the thing when it did constant, we say we not go fit change Nigeria. We na Nigerians, whether we like them or not. And a human being and the repair country, not be true when they bush. So whether Nigeria good though, whether Nigeria bad though, now we the Nigeria people, now our work to change our country because every country, they get the kind leader when they deserve. Now Nigeria now they go campaign, they go sell person where you know say you not go school, they go sell them for you. Before you know, they will put the person for power. Person when don't do drug, like I they say Tinubu don't Bola Tinubu go don't do drug. They can't make him president of Nigeria. Under the same Buhari when he say 1984, Buhari keep people firing squad when do drug. Inside Nigeria, we don't hear say Shetima Kashim they connected to Boko Haram. For our president, they make him vice president. You get one man, what they call Alaji General Bill. Wetin Bill talk? He say any person when he change his ways, and a Boko Haram person, so that person can be the president of Nigeria. Then I wait till this man talk. General for army. Now make you dey see say many places for Benue State, Plateau State, if they kill 100 people, soldier not they go there, no person they go there. Job like say na tradition. They say all those people they kill so they can also become president of Nigeria. That's why Army General talk. Make you watch that video when he for talk, that he talk.
An ex-Boko Haram stands having laid his arms and comes back, turns his way away from his negativity. He stands to be a president of this country. He stands to aspire to any position in this country. Why? An ex-Boko Haram stands.
Now the video be this, but we don't know why we want to make it talk.
An ex-Boko Haram stands having laid his arms and comes back, turns his way away from his negativity. He stands to be a president of this country. He stands to aspire to any position in this country. Why? An ex-Boko Haram stands.
Siana, now he talk Army General say any person will say don't repent or summer, when be a Boko Haram person before, go physically come back, can be president of Nigeria. Today now, we don't hear say Shetima, they close to Boko Haram people. Now, what happen? He don't become vice president of Nigeria until we just the watch waiting court go talk. Whether court go keep him or whether court go remove him as time they go on, we go know. So these are the kind of things when they happen. Anything can happen in Nigeria. But the unfortunate thing be say, the people when they're into the politics, when they loot the money, when they hire thugs to kill Nigerians, when they rig election, they're very small. Their population, they're very small. Now the same people who don't steal Nigeria money from Nigeria through politics. So for them to continue to stay in office, now the same people, they recycle themselves as leaders. Not gonna make you see say now them the same people when they rig election. Not gonna make you see say someone go be governor finish. We can't do rule, can't be senator. You don't be governor of maybe a state will get 25 local government area. Then later you want to represent 6 local government areas for Senate. Because now only politics be their work. They're not defeat they work like normal Nigerians they work. Because they used to free money, free police escort, all those kind of big, all those kind of enjoyment. You understand? They borrow with our name as Nigerians because they share the money in their names. Free money. So now make it say some kind of people they go be lawyers, they don't enter government finish. But they don't call when that time don't finish, they don't go to a practice as lawyers again. Because they used to free big money. Inside politics, today ask for example, go see medical doctors. When they don't finish, some will be doctor, governor self. But when they don't finish, instead of that, they'll go classroom, go teach, or go court, go practice, or go hospital, go practice. They won't recontest election again, or they won't find another appointment again. Because only politics and the free money when they come with them, now be their work. That is why it is very important to say, make the government of Nigeria, we need the government when we say go cut all the costs, reduce all the salaries. When Nigeria they borrow money and now they still get legislators who say that they get money pass, not they receive money pass. How person go fit take continue like this as a person, as a private company, or as a country when it go survive? So that are the matter when it be say we dey see for the whole thing now. Now the question I be say, if you look the way the country they be, you go begin to ask yourself, say, sure, which way now the country they go? We dey wait our guests that go soon join us for this program so that we're going to ask the questions, make we see their own way when they how they see the matter for Nigeria. So make una get patience, just the wait because they go come in at different times. Because the thing when they go on now waiting to be say every Nigerian get work to do. We get big work to do as a people. So make we make sure say make we not dey talk say well, now wetin we go fit do now so we see am now so we see am, but we get wetin we go fit do, and wetin we go fit do now as a people, to make sure say we dey act and we dey talk, because many things will happen for Nigeria today, even for South Africa, e no fit happen now. South Africa is not going to allow all this borrowing. As we talk now, the Buhari they comot, the governors they comot. Now so they rush, they borrow more money. Now so they give contract. Just last minute stealing for country when it already they heavily deep into debt. They still they steal more. Why? Because they don't get conscience. Many things when they buy for Nigeria, when they use loan take buy like trains. Many of them go don't spoil, before Nigeria go even say they pay back. Like if you borrow let's say $25 million now, use and take buy train, then they tell you say you go pay in 25 years time. 25 years time, all those trains go don't die. Especially country where we say not get maintenance culture like Nigeria, which means before they go pay the loan, finish when they use and take buy don't spoil. And most of all this loan when Buhari they collect with our name, so before they go pay that loan, Buhari go don't die. Because he don't old now. Forget say put 70, waiting for years. All those people they don't pass 80 years now. So in the next 25 years, when Nigeria go pay what they borrow today, they go don't die. And all this borrow and all this they happen because of say Nigerian people know they talk. The things when they happen for Nigeria, I know if happen for South Africa. On the 6th of December 2016, 6th of December, no, I beg your pardon. 2019, 6th of December. Now, so our organization will go America, go World Bank, go tell the say, look, make una stop to the borrow Nigeria money. Because not they see where they use the money they do. Whether World Bank people self, they share the money when they borrow Nigeria, so we saw Nigerian officials, whether they get their own commission, we not even know, sir. Because then I tell we say, we can't suspect now, sir. That time, how much Nigeria they owe? If you can't compare it to now, you go see say Buhari and Osinbajo, they just can't play. They just can't play. So these are the kind of things when we say it they happen now. Now, from the 2023 elections, we don't learn many lessons. INEC, we don't know that INEC don't learn lessons. But if in a normal society, we don't learn many lessons. Now, the good news now be say, government say your national identity number, your SIM card for your telephone, they will use and take join together into your ATM card. So I go carry all your data go day inside. Then I wait till the federal government of Nigeria just introduced like 2 days ago. But the truth be say, If they want really serious, make them make that card, make it just still be like voter's card. So your voter's card go be your SIM card, go be your national identity number, go be your ATM card, it's your SIM card. Then you feel until they vote for your house. Because we need election when we say we fit dey vote from inside our house. We want to go dey meet all those them MC Oluomo for street, or INEC go talk say due to logistic problem, because na dey get grammar pass. Due to logistic problem, they no fit come venue of election. Election when they supposed to be there by 8 o'clock, they'll come there by 3 o'clock in the afternoon. They'll come do election into the night. No, 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 no. If they vote from inside our houses, as we dey vote kpaka, the thing dey go enter system. Not be this kind of system when we say they can't do and make the machine not dey work. Oh. On a very serious note, if we get serious person as INEC chairman, when he love Nigeria, the thing go work. If Yakubu love Nigeria, this election supposed to be one of the best, but today it can become the worst in this of Nigeria. Despite all the hope, despite all the money we say government spend 300 billion naira for this nonsense election when Yakubu Mahmoud and the gang organize. That one different from money when other people donate to international organizations, donate to Nigeria to support the election. See the nonsense what they do. So this now one of the issues when we say would they suggest now to the Ministry of Communication and Digital Economy, may they put all this ATM card together so that it could contain our voters card. Where would they use the vote? Now, if the lawyer come, we go ask her different questions because many things where would they see? Supreme Court don't come, Supreme Court don't talk. They don't remove from matter come out for their table for on Friday for here. But now we see they wait. I don't want to take handle the real cases and other points where they be say Peter Obi and Atiku raise. Make we see as court want approach of those matters. Because one thing we say sometimes court go one stand for one position, but instead of to stand for that position, they go just bring one technical reason, knock out the case. Nigerian judges, this not be the time for technicalities. This not the time for truth. Nigeria did the hands of judges now. You either make the country or you destroy the country. But our expectations say you go maintain the country generally. So this now what you when you say we they tell you now about what they go on for Nigeria now. Una want to be so now the comment section. Today we want to make sure say we they talk to now. Make una they feel free to the talk. Any comment where you write for there, I go bring a come on board. People go see them. Then if you get suggestions, just the talk about this country in our own. We don't escort anybody come Nigeria. And no person go fit us say get Nigeria pass Nigerians. Person did get opportunity to enter power and not get Nigeria. So another thing when we say it can't be like problem for our election. Now the high cost of election. To even go contest election, the money we go spend for your collect your forms, campaign, all those things, it's too much. If they make normal people and good people not they come. That is why this new law, when they say they want bring come out, so say if you not join there any political party on your own, if you contest election as an independent candidate, that thing it go too sweet because we need them. Because most of all these problems we get for Nigeria today, now political parties they cause them. Because they get their own talks where they use, they get their own ways where you say they nominate one person because leader say make that person go. So they don't do democracy again. Leader don't say leader don't talk, say this one a leader candidate, other can a leader candidate. Wait, who leader help? All these political leaders, who they don't really help. So this now the issue when we say we need to really talk about. Then another matter the ground, Ole Peter Obi now get 25% for Abuja. The rest no get. How they want one? They come put Tinubu for inside office when he be say he not get the constitutional requirement. He not get what they require for inside our constitution. So all these now serious matters when they be say we need to talk about today. But before we go generally continue the program, make we see some kind comment for them when we say some of our country people, they write for there. Right now, we dey see Yemi Inoyape. Hello, everybody out there. We dey salute you. Rachel Osazua, we dey see you all the way from your end there. Rachel, the troway salute. Good afternoon, Mr. Frederick, and hello, everyone. Thank you all of you. I dey salute you too, Rachel. Rachel continue to the right for there. He say, apart from say he don't salute, he say INEC na lie. INEC na lie. Say everything wey be say INEC dey do, say na lie you. Then she can't continue again to write another thing for there. What did she call write this time? She say Yakubu Mahmood should be in jail by now. On normal circumstances, for normal country, the normal system where they work, this man they call Mahmoud Yakubu by now, they're not supposed to arrest him since. Because waiting he do so, he pass school. Now national sabotage. All the money when he need for the election, they give him to him. But the one they don't pocket to, they don't pocket them. The one they take work, they don't work, take and work. The one they don't inflate the budget to, they don't inflate the budget. Which election they do with 300 billion naira? Now they waste our money for that election finish. They can't they waste money again, and they can't even the hire lawyer again. Instead of INEC to defend themselves for court, they call they defend Tinubu now for court. So it can't be like say before the election started, they already called the results. On normal circumstances, Yakubu Mahmoud is supposed to be prison by now. Because as we talk, so election with they hold since February, they never load all the result for their website. But the rush go announce results. Because if you say when they just announce result like that, they'll say go to court. People like the Peter Obina, they court. But APC and PDP see the campaign, like saying now the campaign start for the election. Election not finish, but they say the campaign. That is why they say, and not everything when they talk. All the Festus, Kayamo, Bayo, Nanuga, Femi, Kayode, the internet, the Facebook, they Twitter, they write. Most of the things they write now about Peter Obi. They don't write anything that makes sense again. They call the campaign after the election. Because say that they also to get some kind of positions in government. Or the Femi Fani Kayode and people say they're supposed to be inside prison. All the kind of people office they talk. You get a case of 4.9 billion. When they hang around the neck. Plus 2 billion when they steal from River State people. As Minister of Aviation. Not to me talk am. Now Mechi wrote me I talk am. All those kind of people are supposed to be prison, or the Femi Fani Kayode, or them Yakubu Mahmoud. They're supposed to be prison now on the normal circumstances in a normal country when things for the work. But at the end of the day, now Nigerians will still talk what they want. Well, as we talk the matter now, country brother just join us for the program where we get with us our country brother Walter Otwedon. Walter, to hello to our people.
I greet everybody. I hope so not hear me.
We dey hear you very well. How you dey?
They're fine.
Thank you very much for joining us. No, today we just talk about May 29. That is that next tomorrow. We say they won't swear in Tinubu and Shetima to be president and vice president of Nigeria. You don't say generally before the election said people don't. Nigeria, all kind of country when they be say whether you be drug person, whether you not get certificates, whether you be terrorist sponsor, you go find and say few people go campaign still put that kind of person for government. As we dey talk now, these two people who they talk, so Tinubu and Shetima, they get things around them. They get things around them. Why? Then as we talk, so Akpabio, Gosul Akpabio, when he get EFC case, he won't be Senate president. Uzo Kalu won't be Senate president. Water, tell us, why it they be like this? Why Nigeria get this kind of luck? Say, if you not be criminal, you know if you enter government. Why it be like that?
This kind matter, not be waiting a normal person for you understand. When fella say in the music that time, saying a demonstration of grace, we not feel understand when they talk that time because all waiting with they see currently in our lifetime, it just complex say criminality na bachelor's degree take climb or to take when now be your entry requirement to take. If you're not a criminal, you are not qualified to rule. So that standard is very frightening to any normal person when they look at Nigeria. And why they say this thing, if you look at Nigerians outside Nigeria, when they excel in all fields, in all aspects. For example, in the UK, the owner of Gatwick Airport, most of the airports, it's a Nigerian. Recently, there is a guy who yesterday, one professor from one doctor from UK, he's got to do something with prostate. Now, looking at all this, and you benchmark what we have in Nigeria, I cannot understand that even the judiciary, everybody accept the standard. Say, if you are not a criminal, you shouldn't hold the public office. So why it be like this? Now, failure of the institutions. When the business are the same recycling people, not the inside. For example, I think Akpabio did not finish in NDCC matter with AFCC. One would have been surprised that kind of person not supposed to even surface at all. As if that were not there enough. Hello, can you hear me?
Would they hear you well?
This criminality matter I talk so for Delta State, for example, there is one man went in jail, one politician went in jail. He lose during this recent election, he lost. But it is sue man when he win, when he dey free, a free citizen for outside, to court. He dey jail, but he dey sue somebody when he dey normal. So what I'm trying to say is that certain things no make sense. And to date, I just surprised. Yesterday, for example, also the case of Supreme Court when the judge say PDP not supposed to interfere in APC matter over Shetima's what. The whole thing is so annoying and confusing. So why it be like this? Now waiting we don't start when we don't accept. Now we Nigerians accept them all this while. But I will tell you something today. In the words of Mali, you can fool some people sometime, but you can't fool all the people all the time. We don't see light. We thank God for social media. We thank God for awareness. We thank God for the opportunity when the hardship carry Nigerians, enter road, go overseas, go see how things they work. And thank God for this program, this kind of program. Now this opportunity make us now the voice now. We might not change things immediately now, but I'm telling you, the wheels don't begin to turn.
Now, before you continue, make we play one short video.
An ex-Boko Haram stands having laid his arms and comes back, turns his way away from his negativity. He stands to be a president of this country. He stands to aspire to any position in this country. Why? An ex-Boko Haram stands.
So today now we don't get Shetima when people talk say it get relation with or connection with Boko Haram people. Now he don't become vice president. Some people they talk say if care is not taken because of the way this man, they Tinubu, they travel, they go France, they travel, they go France, they travel, they go France. They say the day when he go travel, we not go come back. They say we Shetima now will come be president. Abi? So, so now the question I want to ask you is, people when they do these things, all these so-called political elites, now the same people who don't steal money from government. So now the same money now they reinvest into politics because they're not the feel they work, they don't feel they also like normal Nigerians. They're not they used to free money and they get the money in abundance. That is why they won't change. Governor won't become senator. You don't be governor of 25 local government areas. Now you want to be senator to represent only six local government areas. They want to always edit the system. And these people, they're very few for Nigeria. They're less than 2% of the population of Nigeria. The question what I be say, why majority, what did they worry the majority in all of this one? Why the majority not if they take action against the same very tiny minority when they put the country into all this mess? Why?
I will tell you one thing. Say you get where they don't take poverty and hardship take manage a population. It can become like a management tool. The more you make people poor, the more you make them frustrated, the more you deprive them, then could they reason normal again? I tell you one thing, I just come back on Nigeria on Thursday. I did for Lagos, I did Benin, I did Saple, and I did Abuja a bit. People know they talk again, but people don't they angry. And my fear now that this anger went inside people. Things don't red though. People don't tire. And this thing when they talk about now, when they talk this question you ask me, so things don't change.
Now
From that February 25th, things don't change.
Okay, fine. Now from which country you they talk to us? So because you say you just go Nigeria, never tell.
Are they for Ireland?
Okay, now for Ireland where they stay so all these things when Nigerians they accept, Irish people go fit accept them for their own country. Like Boko Haram person fit be president, drug baron go fit be president, Agbero go fit steal ballot paper, stab people, kill people. They go say announce the result. Yakubu Mahmoud, he go fit sabotage election the way they like. All those things they fit happen for Ireland, for normal society.
I'm not gonna fit ever. In fact, it's almost the least offense when they look at from the Nigerian side. It's not gonna fit happen for Ireland. Why I want to take happen for Ireland? How? Or any developed setup. Things they work out well. Now people now vote the politicians here, and they listen to the people. They work with the people. I can officially walk into a senator office, tell the secretary I won't see the senator. He go make appointment, he go see me. I'm not gonna fit one for Nigeria now. They go pick me up, even for me to go stand for near the gate. Like all this issue of transparency, things are working. The system is working. So it not go fit happen now.
Okay, you don't say you say it not go fit happen, but why it not go fit happen and why they happen for Nigeria? Why? What did they inside the cocoa? What they make it fit happen for Nigeria, but not go fit happen for normal society? All these countries what they see for Nigeria.
I just feel say in the beginning when the thing starts for Nigeria, Nigerians accept am. That attitude of say how much you thief sef, not be only 100,000 naira or 200,000 or 500,000 naira. It's okay. Then we now had, remember that we now had one policy say, I don't know if you Babangida time. Say if you pay 25% back to government, I don't know, I could be wrong here in what I'm saying here, but I know there was something that when they investigate corrupt people, they pay a percentage back to the government, then they are free. So it's like you steal the government, you steal the Commonwealth, and you pay back a percentage of that Commonwealth when you steal back to the government. Now you are not a free man. So what has that done? It has now encouraged. It don't encourage people now to steal more. So I think that we allow that to happen.
Now
we allow.
Now that is what you talk now. We say the silence of the people to bad governance. Now put us for where we did today. The silence of the people to bad governance.
I believe so. Yeah.
Now,
play a big role.
Okay. Now say you get how election go waka. Say they rig the election. Say they won't vote the person into power now. Some people now when they fight for like Peter Obi before now, they go they weak for their mind now. Say, make now so we see him now. Now what we go do now? Make Tinubu just enter now. And what we go come do now? They come they weak. Some people not good. Some people don't they see all the entertainment when musicians go they do for Abuja to welcome the president. They don't see how Buhari take Tinubu around the house. Aisha Buhari don't take this Tinubu wife around the house. All those things people go they feel now. So the activity they go on without them, the voice of the people counting. So psychologically, the people go the weak. Which advice you get to tell those kind of people?
My one simple advice is it: no matter how much the current governor or the current government put in swearing the next president, it will still be on record that the election of February 25th in 2023 was the process was wrong. So any outcome of that process, they can declare him as the president, fine. But the world knows, Nigeria knows, INEC knows, even INEC admitted that the process is wrong, was flawed. So my only encouragement to everybody is say, stand on the path of truth. Make we stand on the path of truth. We go only fit challenge this kind of matter for the court. That's why, even though they no say the court you get as a bid, they say go to court. We have to keep pushing. Programs like this, we go take and desensitize ourselves. Make we be aware of what they happen. Make we not give up. Because they say where a man is afraid, there lies the truth. But like I say, I come from Nigeria now. Fine, they go bring them in, they go sweat new president. But if you go to Nigerians in the street, it's not business as usual anymore. People don't wake up, and people they vex.
Thank you very much. Some people don't even share the message. Tinubu is not my president. As we just talk, so make we just so can comment. We say they come for the show from Lady Jane Anams. It's really sad. I don't know what Nigerians did. Now, what you will do when they worry us. But Lady Jane, what I don't talk, I'm say now the silence of Nigerians to bad governance now be the problem where we get. And I don't mention this same matter before. Say nothing has destroyed Nigeria since 1960 as much as the silence of Nigerians to bad governance. Because some Nigerians they behave like say we escort people come Nigeria. They behave like a person when they government not get Nigeria. That are the error when Nigerians they make. The country belong to each and every one of us. We don't escort anybody come Nigeria. Now our commonwealth, now our money, now our land, now our sky. That now wetin Nigerians need to know. Somebody just the government, the entire year with jeep, 6 mobile police they fall out, not to get the country. All those people, they be public servants. So until we the Nigerian people go begin to talk to them as servants, public servants, they will continue to remain as public masters. Solar zone, would they see your comment for here? They abroad where we dey Jackpot, they go so. Them don't make sacrifices in the past, so Ojoro no day. So solar zone, would they talk say sacrifices? People went there for abroad, they don't make them for their country before their country better. So fine. Now, solar zone, I wish you see this program. If you see answer the question when I won't tell you so. Why Nigerians not they make those same sacrifices when people when they those countries where would they travel they go? So why they don't they make the sacrifices when those people sacrifice? Because one thing when they hear some Nigerians will talk, oh, make we break Nigeria, oh, make we scatter Nigeria. But all those countries were abroad, they're not saying they divide their countries, though. They stand up. They're not saying they divide their countries. They stand up to protect their countries and to remove people when they say they get a problem. You understand? So those sacrifices, Nigerians must also be ready to make those sacrifices. It's just like say you could not answer the question because Solar Zone said Nigerians will too fear to buy, will too fear to die, will they fear to die. So that make us not they talk. But the truth be say, Solar Zone, you know, fear, depends on how we define fear. When Buhari and the men can't kill protesters for NSAS, people can't fear to come out again. But that killing, when they kill so, the blood dead their neck. Oh. Because when some people they say make they divide Nigeria, one say one Oduduwa, other people say Biafra, and another will say Niger Delta country, all those kind of differences. But make una know say NSAS, the governor when he kill soldiers for inside Lagos or Oduduwa land, na Yoruba person. Oh. The people who they keep us, now Yoruba people, not many people. The soldier, the organ when he leads the soldiers, go keep people, now Yoruba person. The commissioner of police for Lagos State that time, now Yoruba person. So when some people, they make una know say, when Yoruba people protest not too long ago for Yoruba nation, the person they kill now Yoruba person, inside the Lagos of Europe, or inside the Yoruba Lagos. So when would they say, make they divide Nigeria, you go find and say, even some people of our own tribe, now they be the problem of everybody. So, you know, if you say, make they divide Nigeria, you say, Nigerian spirit day for everybody, body for different local government areas. This because inside Senate, all tribes, they do. Not only one tribe, they do. Not only Fulani people, they Senate. All this is what happens. So they're not the talk. Your own tribe person where they Senate not they talk. My own tribe person where they Senate not they talk because they get their own money when they collect even for silence. They get silence allowance. Silence allowance. My mind though, that's they get silence allowance. Because people when they get wardrobe allowance, that is blind people, pregnant women, sick people, unemployed people, they buy cloth for senators may they wear. So if that kind of allowance there, I should say silence allowance self go sit there, not go make your own person and my own person when it be say it inside government, they're not if they talk. So last zone can talk say now Stockholm syndrome the concern. We don't too suffer so we don't support our oppressors. Now go make you see say during protest, they'll carry all those people, especially all those malam, they'll get a tramadol, get a 2,000 naira, get a stick, but they go to attack protesters. That is, they attack their co-sufferers to empower their oppressors. That are the thing when the John did there. Now, Rachel, Osazowa said Nigerians need to wake up and take their country back. It don't tell away with it also wake up and take country back. Wake up and take country back. Who they hear and who not they listen now? Who they listen and who not they listen now? Because like I talk now, even the poor people self, now they support their oppressors. So all these protests, all this rally, what they do for street. Now poor people see they can't campaign ground, they can't listen to musicians, politicians, children, they're not the protest, they're not they join their papa rally self. Now so the same people, now the same poor people see the rig election, now they snatch ballot boxes, and politician children there also. So how Nigerians want to take Nigeria back now? So this now what kind of issue when it be say it just the ground for our country? When it be say we need to really think how we go do them. So generally, as we just they talk the matter, now another of our contributor just generally join the show now. And our contributor when he join the show now lawyer. We thank God say lawyer don't come. Oga Ogbaini, I beg to salute to our people. You dey hear me for that, so Sir Benjamin Ogbaini, I beg to salute to our people. You dey hear me for there? Because we not dey hear you now. We just say you dey smile.
I agree to now my country people. I beg make una no vex say I come late.
No problem.
Na the waka waka what would they do? Now make me come late. I beg make una no vex, wanna forgive me.
Thank you for joining us. Abi, now you want to swear in Tinubu on Monday?
Oga Fred, I go exit a bit. If I go get small chance, I go still join in again.
Yes. We go happy to see you again to come give you a closing remark. But before you go come out, what I tell us one last thing in case you not feel join again, because so that not feel they predict network, right? Tell us one last thing before you come out. What do you feel say Nigerians must do for the Nigeria of today?
One thing when I feel say Nigerians could do now, make Nigerians make Nigerians get involved. Make them not just assume say politics now for certain people. For us to take back our country, for us to change things for Nigeria, make we not just assume say now them they do them, and make we leave them for them. Make we they involved. Thank God, this election don't show say if you bring out yourself, things can change for that particular circumstance or that particular locality or that particular area. We don't see people who are not there into politics before, but then show interest, say they want to do something for their community, for their ward. They elect them. This is not the beginning of the change we talk about. We don't get so used to they allow people say now then they always they do them now. So make them they do them. But if we change the narrative now, going forward, register, get your PVC. They listen, they follow trend of what in the happen. Join a good group. Support your community. Do things for get involved. Over time, this whole thing they change. Before we think say politics na something for Agbero. People in Go School not supposed to do politics now. That is why some of us not interested in it. But because Agbero don't enter now, tout don't take over power. The power can't switch. Now, we when the day educated, we will know what we're supposed to do to take structure Nigeria well. If let's say we're outside the gate now, they don't lock the gate against us. So I want to appeal to my brothers in Nigeria, all around the world. Make we not be silent. Make we talk. Make we engage ourselves. Everybody is part of the problem and everybody is part of the solution.
Thank you.
My message is make they involved.
Thank you very much. So in case if you join us again, fine. But we're happy to say we see you today. Now, as we say, lawyer, don't they us with us now. Barrister Ogbani, tell us that time when campaign they start, they say collect your PVC, collect your PVC. With people can't collect PVC. We say not just collect PVC, we say go vote, go vote, go vote. Now we don't collect PVC, we don't vote. How market?
It's a how market. My brother, this entire everybody. Because all the promises they make give us before the election, as all of us don't see now, Oga Yakubu not call fulfill the promises when he make. In fact, it got something with my brother Oga Walter talk just now. You see, he talk up, he say, make we collect our PVC, make we register, make we vote. Like you come still mention them again. Everybody collect PVC, everybody votes. Unfortunately, they can't tell us say technical, the one with them where you both they call technical hitch can't happen. So now I make them no confit upload results. But then, God day, what we need to do as Nigerians, we need to hold our government accountable. We're not going to keep quiet. Now, May 29 is just about 2 days from today. We must hold our government accountable. We're not going to sit down and say earlier, say God day. Mbano, this will not be God day matter. We must continue to talk. We must continue to hold our government accountable. We must continue to demand wetin we know say be our right. For instance, as I run come office now, no lights. Can you imagine that if I have to tell them to start making arrangement, make them bring out arrange to put gen and put everything on, I go miss this program completely. Ordinarily, in other countries like where una dey now, light not be big issue, but for Nigeria, light is a big issue. See, Dangote don build refinery now. How much will it take build am? Approximately 19. Let's put it at $20 billion. Tell the Nigerian government to build that same refinery. My brother, you go here saying at $200 billion. Now government won't take build up. You know? So the bottom line of all these things, now corruption. Corruption. Unless we fight corruption, corruption will finish us for this country. And the only way we can fight corruption as Nigerians is to continue to hold our government accountable. We're not fit tired to the talk. We must continue to the talk. Because if we not talk, now we say we want to make wetin they continue, wetin they happen, continue to happen. So wetin we go talk now be say May 29, maybe 2 days from now. Good. Constitutionally, we not feel allow Buhari come out, then no government in place. Constitution no allow that. So because of that, ordinarily, we for expect say Constitution suppose make arrangement in such a way that by the time they finish elections, all election cases suppose to be concluded before swearing in. Unfortunately, that is not what we have. Not be so the Constitution talker. In fact, Constitution is silent in that regard, unfortunately. So because we cannot allow vacuum to exist after Buhari come out, because Buhari's 4-year, the second 4-year tenure will expire on the 29th of this month. So he must leave. If he stay 1 day longer, it becomes illegal. And then after he leave, what happens? So what in me as a lawyer, what I will say is that Constitution don't provide for the timeline, how long where cases supposed to stay in court. Make them try. If possible, they should even reduce that timeline, if possible, by the courts, because they never amend the Constitution to change that timeline. But what in me for want as a Nigerian and as a lawyer, we say all election cases, any petition challenging the election, they're supposed to conclude them before swearing in. That is what it should have been. But unfortunately, That is not, then no be waiting we get with that. So
Thank
that
you.
now my own
Yes,
now be say
yes.
my own now be say the swearing in is 29th. Okay. After swearing in, what next? What next is that we must continue to demand, we cannot keep quiet. We must continue to demand good governance. We must continue to demand that there is light. We must electricity. We must continue to demand that there's good roads. We must continue to compel our government, to force our government to fight corruption. Because unless we fight corruption for this country, things not go work. That is the truth. Unless we address the issue of corruption in this our country, Nigeria, things cannot work. That for me, that's the foundation. That's the bottom line. If you address corruption, every other thing will fall in place.
Thank you very
So for me,
much.
that is the task where I go say the new government that will be sworn in on the 29th. That is one of the major issues that they need to address, the issue of corruption.
Thank you
Yes, sir.
very much. Now, that matter of say make them do the constitution. This now waiting the 10th assembly go fit. Now, in fact, not go supposed to be their priority. Say make they amend the constitution. Say because they need to learn from what happened for this election. We not
Yes.
if they make mistake, and we not they learn from all they do corrections.
Yes.
The first thing what they need to do now to amend the constitution in a way that one, if after election, any crisis when the cases must be concluded before they vote person in. Then who be chairman of, in fact, make they remove power from president to the appoint the office, the chairman of INEC.
My oga, I'm not going to hear you again, no.
I they hear you. Me, I they hear you.
I don't hear you now.
Because me, I they hear you too for you. I they hear you well for here. So waiting me, I be the talk, be say, one, make the 10th assembly, make they amend the constitution to make and say, who get court case not go fit enter position until they conclude the matter. Secondly, make they remove power from the president to the appoint EFCC chairman. Because he who pays the piper dictates the tune. Before they appoint these kind of people, they can't carry their go Senate, they don't give them some condition. You know? So make president not the appoint.
Yes, if you look at, I don't hear you again. In fact, your picture don't freeze here. Maybe in my network, I don't know.
Yes,
but if you look at like ICPC, even though now president still they appoint the ICPC chairman, you see say ICPC, they as a lawyer, from my experience, ICPC they achieve more results than EFCC. Why do I say so? Usually, most of the people where they appoint as chairman of ICPC, retired judges, people who have judicial experience. But in the EFCC, the people where they appoint there, policemen, serving policemen, their own, now just to arrest before doing investigation. So, agreeing with you, yes, there needs to be a change in who the EFCC chairman will be. But I feel if the EFCC chairman, even if the president appoints the EFCC chairman, if he is a judicial officer, I feel more confident, say yes, they will do a better job. Because a judicial officer, retired or serving, he know the ingredients, the elements, what make up an offense. So they're not going to in a hurry to arrest. But by the time they arrest and prosecute, you go know say yes, they get a good case. That is why if you watch FBI in the US, now Attorney General's office, now they control them. The US Attorney General. And that is why you see say, before they go come begin prosecute, Attorney General go down dey sure say they get case where go fit get them conviction, which is not the case in Nigeria. Yes, EFCC gets advice from the Attorney General, but they are not directly answerable to the Attorney General. They are not. But if you get an EFCC chairman wey get judicial experience, maybe a serving justice of the Court of Appeal or Supreme Court, I feel personal or retired, serving or retired, makes no difference. The experience is still the same. Once they dey there, this hurry to arrest, and then you go hear nothing, you no go hear anything again about the case. As soon as they arrest, they go to court, you go hear, okay, they don dey prosecute so person. At the end of the day, nothing comes out of it. Nothing. You no go hear anything about it again. So my own suggestion for be say, even if I dey good, but if we now say the president no arrest, no appoint EFCC chairman, if you now tell the CJN to appoint EFCC chairman, at the end of the day, if they want prosecute, what it means is that the EFCC chairman, the EFCC chairman, being an appointee of the judiciary, it creates a conflict of interest, because that issue of separation of powers will now be affected, because the EFCC chairman will now be an appointee of the for instance CGN, you know. But even if the president appoints the EFCC chairman, make it be person wey get judicial experience. By the time you appoint somebody wey get judicial experience, by the time they arrest, by the time they prosecute, they already have their facts, and it go hard for that person to escape. And this issue of immunity, I think they have to remove this issue of immunity, governorship immunity, presidential immunity. I mean, person commit offense, why you go wait till 8 years? By the time you go come out, because naturally in Nigeria, who win election go must serve 8 years. Make we face reality. That's the truth. Those wey not serve for 8 years, that those wey not know their way. We know that one. Once you know your way, you must serve 8 years. So by the time you dey complete your 8 years, even the evidence where EFCC supposed to prosecute you, you don't destroy all of them. All of them go don disappear. The people who supposed to testify against you, only God knows what go don happen to them by the time you complete your 8 years. You know. So my own be say, for EFCC, like ICPC, there's provision that the chairman should be at least one of the requirements. Say it should be a retired judicial officer. The same thing should be for EFCC. If you have something like that, because EFCC has wider powers, EFCC get more powers than ICPC. Every economic fraud, every economic crime, EFCC get power to investigate them. So if you make a retired or serving judicial officer the chairman of EFCC, appointed by the president, I think by the time they prosecute, it go hard. It go hard. Even as lawyers, it go hard, because as a retired or serving judge, he know the ingredients, he know the elements, he know the things that make up an offense. By the time you call advice, okay, prosecute this person, it go hard for that person to escape conviction.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Because you don't mention judiciary. Now we see what the judiciary do for this past few days. INEC rule, election guidelines say within one election cycle, one person not go fit collect nomination form twice. Akpabio collect nomination form to be president. He can't collect as senator. Today, he dey return as senator. He dey even dey fight now to be Senate president. Ahmed Lawan.
I didn't hear you again. No. Your picture don't freeze here.
Me say my picture they move, and na your own eye freeze from your idea. So I just send a network from your side. So I don't know whether you go shift position, whether you
the picture don't freeze. I know they hear you.
But so you know they hear me at all. Because if you know they hear me at all, that means
I don't hear you. I don't hear you now. I don't hear you now.
And that means our network.
You see, Akpabio they return as it don't freeze again. You see, Akpabio they return as senator. That was the last thing I heard.
Yes, Akpabio they return as senator. After and he see collect nomination form to be president. That is double nomination within one election cycle. Same thing with Ahmed Lawan. Both of them. Ahmed Lawan collect form to be president and collect form to be senator.
Yes.
Now, Supreme Court give two of the power to return to the Senate. Then, how we want to judge that kind of matter? Because somebody
don't freeze.
So you know they hear me at all.
I don't dey hear you, but I get
Okay,
idea of where maybe where your question they go.
okay, what you go
Now,
do?
make we not
What you
forget
go do? No, wait, before
that
you go
Supreme
talk,
Court be the final court for
no, wait
Nigeria,
first. Wait,
and
before you
waiting
go
then
talk.
say be the law. Now be the law.
Then, Mr.
So
Ogbani, listen first. I
I
want
don't
make
dey
you
hear you.
listen.
I don't dey hear you.
If
I
in
don't dey
case
hear you now. Go on, go on.
in case you know they hear me, you fit remove your video. Eh?
I don't dey hear
So
you. I dey hear you. Go on, go on. I dey
okay,
hear you.
okay. Now Supreme Court don't talk say Akpabio go fit go Senate. Despite say he collect presidential form. Supreme Court talk say
It
Ahmed
already
Lawan.
dey Senate, not be say they go.
Okay, fine. The same permission they give to
Yes,
Ahmed, the same permission they give to Ahmed Lawan, both of them collect form to be president. And the rule, the law talks say you know if you collect form
Ahmed
two,
Lawan. Yes,
you know if you collect form for two offices within one
it don't
election
freeze again. No.
cycle. Make you remove your video, make it be only audio, so that the power of your internet go dey stronger. You hear wetin I talk so? Hello?
Hello,
You dey hear me now?
hello.
I say make you remove your video, remove your video so that your internet go dey strong. If you dey hear only your voice now, sef, it's still good. Now, I dey try to add Barrister Ogbani back to the program, and the internet for that side now, e dey try to boot. So you dey hear me now? E don comot now for the show, and I believe say he go come back because in a lawyer, make him tell us why Supreme Court say make Akpabio and Lawan when he collect form for two different positions for 2023 election, when that alone reach to take disqualify them. Because now the same Supreme Court now remove Wonsu comot, say not they eligible to contest as governor of Imo State because he collect form 2 times. Okay, Barrister don't come back.
Hello, you dey hear me?
Yes, I dey hear you, and I dey talk say
Uh,
in case you get network problem again, remove your video, make only your
uh,
audio they play so that your internet go dey stronger.
okay, okay,
Just in case it happen again. Now the thing when I drop the try to
okay.
talk, we say Lawan don't go back to Senate, Akpabio don't go back to Senate, but the same Supreme Court now remove Wonsu, make Wonsu not be governor of make him not contest as governor of Imo State, not the eligible because I say they collect form for two different political parties within the same election cycle. Now the same Supreme Court now don't talk say Kashim when he collect form for Senate and collect form for vice president, say nothing wrong for them. That one against the law. How you can't see him now as a senator? Because I say mathematics not the enter the judiciary matter. How the arithmetic can't be like that?
The thing be say that Shetima case, I never see the judgment read. But based on wetin I hear by judiciary correspondence of TV stations wey report that judgment, dem say Supreme Court say Ahmed Lawan resign his senatorial nomination before Tinubu come appoint am, come choose am as his vice presidential candidate. Na wetin I understand wey judiciary correspondence of TV stations wey dey there when Supreme Court deliver that judgment. Na wetin I understand them to talk be that. Now, if wetin dem talk na true, then it means say in law, Shetima actually resigned before they appoint him as vice presidential candidate. Me, I not carry, like I said, I never read that judgment and all those exhibits because, of course, for Supreme Court to arrive at the conclusion, say Shetima don't resign before they appoint him as the vice presidential candidate, what it means is that Supreme Court go down see his resignation letter, see the date, then they go down also see his appointment as a vice presidential candidate to Tinubu. They go also see the date. You know,
Okay,
me, I not see
now,
those things, but based on what I hear, that's the position.
okay, now with the way it can't be like that now, if they swear Tinubu in
Mm,
on the 29th, with all the
mm.
cases when it gets around them and everything when they around them, you sure say it they possible say for the first time would they see president when court don't remove come out from Nigeria, we don't enter office. It's just a good day possible to remove her from office because just like we they talk now, we supposed to they make sure say cases they finish before they swear somebody in. Somebody will come enter into office because they use the resources of the state to they protect himself,
Yes.
take they fight justice. So
Mm.
how you see the possibility of to remove the one what they call Jagaban come out for that position if they don't swear her in?
Well, we know say uh, in the case, for instance, in River State around 2007, that's why he's Celestine Omehia, and the Supreme Court say no, not be him they're supposed to swear in. Say na Rotimi Amechi they're supposed to swear in. They remove her. Now, for Bayelsa State, very recently, they swear the guy, the APC person will win the election. I'm trying to remember his name. The day they rehearse for his swearing in the very next day, Supreme Court also deliver judgment, say not be him uh, supposed to sworn in because of the problem where in deputy gets. Then they can't swear in another person. So in the same way, if at the end of the day Supreme Court come discover say Tinubu for whatever reason, because the petition against him so many grounds of his ineligibility, they part of wetin make APC, Labour Party and PDP file those petitions. If at the end of the day Supreme Court now come to the conclusion say okay, Tinubu ought not to have even contested, or he was competent to contest but he didn't win. I'm not sure say there should be any reason why the same Supreme Court will remove Celestine Omehia that time, and recently the same Supreme Court will remove the APC governor-elect in Bayelsa State. I don't see any reason why they no go also say Tinubu no win or say no, they're eligible to contest. I think they then will get the courage enough to say it. But you see, the fear where people get is this power of incumbency. People are saying, look, once they don't swear in Tinubu, Supreme Court no will get the courage because this one now a president. Others were governors. Say it never ever happened before. But then they tell people, say, Supreme Court swear to uphold the law, swear to uphold the constitution. And if at the end of the day they discover, say, Tinubu, for whatever reason, should not have been sworn in, I'm not sure say they go chicken out to talk say he's not supposed to be president. I'm not sure say they no go fit do that. Hello? Hello, you are muted. I can't hear you. You are muted. Hello. I need you. Hello. You dey hear me? I know they hear you.
You dey hear me now?
I don't dey hear you.
Thank you very
I
much.
don't dey hear
You
you.
know, if that say na the technical itch when it affect beavers, na call dey affect our network for this side. You know, say wetin
Beavers, beavers no be technical hitch.
uh,
Beavers, as far as I dey concerned, beavers na
artificial
fraud.
itch.
No be technical hitch.
Clear one, clear one, clear one.
Mm.
Clear. Even all the witches and wizards when they endorse Tinubu, they know say not be technical itch. So we want to thank you very much for your time and waiting we all want for Nigeria and Nigerian where they work. We not they wait, we not they look for government where we go criticize, we dey look for government where we go praise. This government
Yes.
give us electricity, this government give us
Yes.
security, this government give us
Yes.
welfare for life, for women, for children, for every Nigerian. This government, because if you look the kind of things when they say they campaign for Nigeria, and things when they don't take campaign for abroad more than 400 years ago, we'll give you water, we'll give you electricity, we'll give you road. All those are basic amenities. And the welfare, you know, because you see Dangote refinery, all of the fly, they go Lagos, go the commission refinery, but for 8 years, Buhari and the Osinbajo person, they not fit even repair one refinery. And as
That,
they go Lagos, none of the fly go Plateau State, none of the fly go Benue State, none of the fly go Kaduna State, where they kill our people. So all these are the things where they make government call the vex person. But we hope, say, God's will this time around will be done, not the will of man, because Nigerians don't wake up and Nigerians they vex. We don't want a government when they be say your president will go the international meeting as they waka, they go read the own message for United Nations. Presidents, they go to talk among themselves. This is not president of Nigeria. We are saying a drug baron for Nigeria. Where for US before, go primary school, go second, they not no secondary school person. Now godfather of talk. So the water when he joined this program earlier on, Water was my classmate for primary school and my classmate for secondary school. Primary and secondary school, we sit down together as classmates. I go fit name my classmate. I better pass Buhari for that side, pass Tinubu for that side. So we know what president when we say president won't come speak for international conference, they don't get the image of the president. The image of the president is the image of the country. A sick president is a sick country. And any person when they impose a sick president onto a sick country is equally sick. On that note, Sir Ogbani, tell us what will be your closing remark for this program. Your closing remarks, sir.
My closing remark.
The closing remark be say, what should Nigerians do at a time like this? Take out on that line.
Okay, what Nigerians supposed do at a time like this?
Yes.
By after May 29, Nigerians should not keep quiet. We must demand good governance. We must demand accountability. And we must demand independence of all the legislative, of all the arms of government, the executive, legislature, and judiciary. Why I talk so? Because by the time the swearing in don't happen by May 29, case is still the court. We will not go want a situation where there will be undue influence over judges, intimidation of judges, harassment of judges. And judges not the fit come out by themselves can't talk. Now we as Nigerians will continue to put pressure on the government of the day. By the time we continue to talk, by the time we continue to demand that the proper things be done, because like you said earlier, Buhari administration assure us He said every year they go build one refinery. Even half refinery they no build. Even the ones where they there before they come, they don't even fit reactivate. I talked earlier. I said Dangote built the biggest single train refinery in the world with approximately $19 billion. Tell Nigerian government to build the same refinery. They're taking at $200 billion corruption. So we need to hold our government accountable. That be the thing where I want to make Nigerians continue. But not tired to the top. We must continue to the top.
Now, if you be Nigerian, anywhere you dey, after the swearing in on Monday, 29th of May, if you dey talk before, you can't stop to the talk. Now be say you allow this video when you want to watch. So now be say you permit this video, make it happen. That na the video when MC Oluomo they talk say make some tribe not come out come vote. If you not talk after 29th of May, that be say you permit that kind video. If you not talk, that be say you see permit this next video when you want to watch. So that are children when he vote. Now be say you permit children when vote, underage voters. Children when they go pick from street after every 4 years,
Wow.
they'll pick them and they go vote. Then after they vote, they can give a plate of food. They can return them to street so that they go fit continue to sustain the team will make the stay for street. Adult vote not count, but children vote count. If you not talk, now be say you permit that kind of video. If you not talk and you be youth or you be youth copper, this next video now be say you permit them.
Lie down! Lie down! The driver no green o. Lie down! The driver no green. Yes o, they run. What you for show now?
This now waiting youth coppers. They use youth coppers I see for Rivers State. They shoot them, they kill, they injure them. Our children, your children. If you not talk after May 29, let me say you permit that kind of video. If you not talk,
pack everything. Drop it. Make I die before.
All this now your PVC when they hide for soccer pit before election. INEC intentionally make sure say they not register 7 million adults because of say according to them they not meet deadline. But INEC register children. If you not talk after 29th of May, now be say you support the video of General Biu when he talk say even a terrorist, Boko Haram repentant terrorist can become president of Nigeria. Una don't watch that video before. Make I plan again.
An ex-Boko Haram stands having laid his arms and comes back, turns his way away from his negativity. He stands to be a president of this country. He stands to aspire to any position in this country. Why? An ex-Boko Haram stands.
So if you not talk because of say they don't swear, if you not talk because of say they don't swear Tinubu in, now be say you support all the things when they wrong for Nigeria. Now money when they borrow for this Buhari government, some of them they go pay after 25 years. 25 years, Buhari go don't die. Because Buhari went there so now right something years, he just say now 70 something will not forget that one. Some of the debt when he don't borrow in our names, when he don't even die, Nigeria will see they pay. And most of the things when they use those money take buy, most of them go don't spoil. This next video where you want to watch, so now trend when they buy under Buhari government, when Amechi Rotimi be Minister of Transportation. These trains they go soon spoil, then we go they pay the debt when these people accumulate.
Na lekwa na ahụ anyị atọ na South lekwe tren aka na-eyuzu na Nigeria. Ihe awa aba. Hey. Na Ọtọ. Lekwe malaga ho. Hey.
All those that train when they use your money and my money take borrow. If you not talk after the swearing in of 29th of May, now be say all this nonsense with that for Nigerians, so now be say you support them. So we must they talk, not feel say because they don't swear somebody in, they will come begin to they keep quiet. Tinubu is not our president until we go see wetin Supreme Court finally talk. Because where we quiet reach as a people, it don't do. On normal circumstances, Yakubu Mahmoud supposed to dey prison. Because we dey talk about our country and we not escort any of them come Nigeria. Now our country will dey talk. This time when we think the fear don't pass. The time when we think the fear as a people, it don't pass. And all these things they happen because of say, when Nigerians they protest, when they call on for protest, many of them are not they fear not let them come outside. The truth be say, government they oppress Nigerians because of say, many people not they come outside for protests. If 1 million people come outside, come protest, even police go join, soldiers go join, because every person now they suffer for Nigeria. If 1 million people come outside, who they want shoot? Who will shoot say go fear to shoot? Because you know say if you shoot, he go die. We want Nigeria when it go better for each and every one of us. Because now error, if we begin to keep quiet, now error for our children, to continue from the suffer with our country today. Would they suffer today for Nigeria because of some of our parents not talk? We can't inherit them. Make we keep quiet. Make our children inherit them. The answer is no. My country people, today we come to the end of this show. I want to thank each and every one of our on a fine time to join us. Next Saturday, 5 p.m. Nigerian time, we will go day on board again. Until then, country brother Frederick Omoy Madurige at the sign out.